Hi guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on the repair job to the rudder for the Kayak. So the problem was this is the rudder assembly. You can see the rudder there. The original pintle, I guess it's called, stuck out of this Teflon or nylon block that's in between here. You can see that it's cracked. It was just fatigued over the years, and I think it was just a friction fit pin that basically just slid in here, and so that's long gone. What I did, I went down to Popeye's. It's a marine surplus, basically like a big flea market with buckets of old parts, and it's all on consignment, and it's a grab bag. You just don't know what you're going to get. It changes week to week, and I had bought a couple because I didn't know the size or what I would have for like $4 or something. It's called a pintle, and you can have like 3 of them attached to your big wooden rudder, and then you've got corresponding pieces like the hinge on the boat itself. That's what they're originally meant for, but it's perfect, or almost perfect. I bought a couple. I took measurements, but I didn't know exactly what I needed, number one, and just what I find. I ended up finding 2 that looked reasonably long enough in the pin to be able to, that's the key, was can it go from the top to the bottom and still be reasonably secure. It's barely there, but it's good enough. So I got 2 of them. This is the one I ended up using. It's a little wider in this section, and I needed that. I needed to drill new holes in it, because I wanted to use the holes that were already here in these big metal pieces, but also in this block. I wanted to keep this block in here for a couple reasons. It's broken, but it's got channels cut into it at just the right angle to accommodate the cord that raises and lowers the rudder. And it's at just the right angle. I don't know if you can see them, but not really. But basically, those channels, I wanted to keep them. I wanted to use them the way they were. Otherwise, I'd have to build or fabricate some sort of a block out of wood or something, and more work. And it's the right width to make sure it's it's not putting undue strain on that wheel, and so on. Anyway, I wanted to reuse what I could. So I found, and this was the hardest part, was just drilling holes in both sides of this pintle, which is the new piece that I've added, to match up with the holes that were there. Okay, so proof is in the pudding. So let's see if we can see if I can do this with the camera. So that sits in there. Sorry for the wobbly, and everything lines up the way it should. So this seems to work perfectly well. It's nice and solid. I got the sort of stable movement. The cables are still connected. I didn't have to touch any of that. You can raise and lower through the cords. Everything's coming through at the right angle. This goes up and over in there. I'll tighten it all up. Obviously, right now it's loose. And so the only real difference is the position of the pin. The old one was about here, and so this one, being a little more forward, pushes the whole rudder assembly further back. That's going to change the handling characteristics a little. I'm not sure how yet. We'll find out. Getting on the water might make it more responsive, which could be good or bad. I don't know, but I'm assuming it's going to be. It's an inch basically. Hopefully that's not so dramatic that it makes the steering difficult. But basically, I think I've salvaged it with a good piece of stainless that should last forever. There's other stuff on the boat that will need some repair, I think, long before this thing goes. So next test is get it on the water, hopefully tomorrow. Thanks again, guys.